everyone, good evening from Vietnam. Yes, I made it. I was able to come back literally just today. And now that I'm settling down in my, quarantine room, my prison cell for 15 days, I want to help you process or start processing your papers in Vietnam because I know that a lot of you still has a lot of questions. I did start and share my thoughts about what I know before while I am processing my documents. But now that I was able to do it, so I have a more detailed process on how to go back. I also have some proofs or documents that I can share. Alright, let's start. So as I've been telling you, you need a sponsor company because without a sponsor, it's very impossible for you to come back. So your sponsor company is the one that will process and submit their documents, their company documents to the Vietnamese government. So it's very important because the Vietnamese government is very strict on who they will allow to come back. And they only allow, of course, there's Vietnamese locals and then professionals and the diplomats back to the country. All right, and business people as well. All right, so you need a sponsor company, and then you need to get the first 3 approval letter in Vietnam. All right, the first one, as I've been saying, is the People's Committee. Okay, first of all, I don't know how to process that. It's up to my company, so I can't help with that. But here it is. Okay, so I applied. My company applied our People's Committee approval letter on October 1, and then they told us that we got approved by October 20. Okay, so once you're approved, your name will be in the DELISA list. It means that your name will be in the system. All right, this is very important. This is the first step. So in the system, it will show that they allow you to come back. All right, so this one, of course, it's in Vietnamese. I cannot tell you what it is. And there is the stamp there. This is a three-page paper. And then the last one is a list of all the staff in my company that is stuck abroad. So this one is a list of different people from different parts of the world. I'm from the Philippines, so I came back from the Philippines. There are people from America, from Denmark, from UK, and some more. Okay, so this one, basically this is our passport details. Okay, that they will put in and submitted to the People's Committee. All right, so this is the first one. So again, it will take 20 days, 10 to 20 days, I think. It really depends. So after that, the company will apply for the immigration approval letter. Immigration is also the sponsor letter. Okay? So the sponsor is the company and they will apply it. But first, they need your flight details. So in the flight details, in my case, I didn't pay it immediately. I just reserved my slot. So I told them that my flight will be on November 25. I chose November 25 because you have to give yourself a timeline, okay? You cannot rush things because the process will really take almost 2 months. So you need to give yourself some time, all right? So yeah. So basically, I told them that I'm flying back on November 25, and then they submitted that in the immigration department. And then the immigration department will give you a timeline, okay, of when you can enter the country. So that timeline will be valid for 3 months, okay? So with me, I told them I'm flying on November 25, and then my my sponsor letter is valid until February next year, okay? But since I'm back, so that's it. so yeah, so after you get the immigration or sponsor letter, I think it took a week. Yeah, it took a week to process that. So after that, or during that time, you need to start looking for your quarantine facility. So what is quarantine? Quarantine is the hotel and the car hotel and car booking. You have to book your car. So I am based in Ho Chi Minh, and in Ho Chi Minh, there are recently 24 hotels available all over the country. So I chose Sunshine Boutique Hotel in District 7 because it's the cheapest, or one of the cheapest in Ho Chi Minh. So currently I am here. So this is my room. Okay. And I paid 19.5 million for a room for 15 days. It only has breakfast because I want to choose my lunch and dinner, and also if I want to eat, so I will have that option. And you can easily ask for a takeout for food through Grab deliveries and some more. Okay, so 19.5 million for 15 days. And then the car booking costs 3 million from the airport that's in Tan Binh to District 7. And since there are 3 of us, so we divide that, and I only have to pay 1 million. Okay, and then in every hotel, it is required to pay 5 million COVID deposit. So why do I need to pay that? You need to pay that because just in case you get sick or you have COVID, then they have to replace everything. They have to replace the blankets, the pillows, or everything in your room. So that is their deposit in the hotel. So that's 5 million. So basically you have to pay that together. Once you book for your or reserve for the room, you have to pay half of the deposit, and then you can settle down the deposit before you arrive, or in my case, they allow us to settle it today, now that I'm here. So yeah, so basically that's hotel and then car. Oh, in car you can book through your hotel, but actually the car transpo is not part of the hotel. It's different. Okay, from what I know, there are only maybe 2 to 4 car transpo company that is allowed to transport people from the airport to the hotel. Okay, and actually just a tip. Okay, just a tip, because we actually plan to book directly to the car transport company, but then we decided to book through the hotel, so we only have to talk to one people, right? But it's actually cheaper if you book through the transport company. So the 3 million that we paid is actually only 2,750,000. Well, it's just a little bit of money, but still you can get a discount if you go directly. Okay, because your hotel will actually talk separately to the car transport company, and some hotel, they are charging crazy money. So if you book directly, then you have to pay based on how many people will they pick up. Okay, and they actually pick us up through this huge bus. Okay, and there's only 3 of us, so that's why it's expensive. But for example, in Riverside or other hotels, they charge like 3 to 5 million. But if you directly ask the transport company, they can charge you lower than that. Okay, so you don't need to settle with the hotel. You can actually go directly, so you will have a cheaper pay. Anyway, so of course you have to book your car and the hotel, or reserve at least. That is for your CDC. Okay, so as I said, recap. So the first one is the People's Committee letter. The second one is a sponsor letter, which need your flight details. And the third one, this is the sponsor letter. Yeah, this one. It's just a 1-page one, and then it just wrote like basically your details, like when will you arrive. And this one, it varies though, because some people have TRC residence card like me. So my TRC is valid until June 15, 2021. So they wrote it here. But if you don't have TRC or visa, then you need to get a visa on arrival, and that is a separate paper. Okay, and yeah, so basically there's that. And then the third one is the CDC. So as I said, you need to start booking or reserve your car and your hotel because that is what you need for CDC. What is CDC? CDC is your health and quarantine letter. Okay, so Vietnamese government needs to know where you will quarantine and all the details regarding it. Where, how, who will pick you up, or who will, for contact tracing and stuff like that. So yeah. And then that one is very short process. So it's like 2 days, 2 to 3 days, okay, maximum 2 to 3 days maximum, and you get your CDC. So of course, after your CDC, now you can finally pay and book for your airline. So airline in Vietnam is very limited. Oh my gosh. So literally this morning there's only one flight, Philippine Airlines, Manila to Saigon. No other flights. I'm not sure what happened after our flight, but so far there's only one. And the airport is a ghost town. God, it is a ghost town. I will share a video in another one, okay? So basically, you need that for your airline. So airline, we already processed 3 documents, okay? Okay, in your airline, they require a lot of documents because they will submit that for a landing permit in CAAF, Civil Aviation Authority in Vietnam. So they have to apply you so you can actually land with them in Vietnam. So what do they need? Of course, there's the tree of approval letter. Again, what is that? People's Committee, Immigration or Sponsor letter, and the CDC. Okay? So after that, you need a hotel and car booking or reservation. And then this is also very important. You need an insurance, okay? Because you need, they need to be sure that you have the money to, for your medical expenses in Vietnam, just in case you get sick, or you can ask your company or your sponsor for a commitment letter. So basically, the commitment letter is saying that they will help you pay for your medical bills and stuff like that in case you get sick. All right. And of course, you need the passport, visa, and TRC. Okay, they need to know if you have that or what you have. And then, so you can submit all of those documents first. Okay, and then you have to do your PCR test. PCR test is the COVID test. You need to be tested negative. All right. So it's case to case on how long you can do it before your flight. So according to Philippine Airlines, we can do it 3 to 5 days before the flight. Most airlines, they only they require you to do it 3 days before the flight. So you have to be sure. I know for one, Cathay Pacific, I think they require 5 days before the flight, I think. And then the other one is like 7 days before the flight. Oh, the documents. Yeah. And then, again, I'm not sure. So you have to ask about it. Once you get your PCR test, alright, it has to be according to the standard of your country. Okay, so there is a list. You cannot do it just anywhere. There is a list of laboratory that you can only do it with. Okay, and the price ranges. In the Philippines, I think it's actually quite expensive because I pay 4,300 peso for my PCR test. I think it's around maybe $80, $80 to $90. Yeah. So there's that. But I did mine in a very good hospital in the Philippines, St. Luke's Hospital. So it's among the top hospitals in the country. And I will also share a video about it later on. So it's separate, okay? So yeah. I forgot to show you the picture of a CDC. So this is the CDC paper. So as you can see, again, there is our list. There is the hotel, our flight number, and our names, of course. And they also need to know where you will quarantine after, so they can, track contact trace you. Alright, so there it goes. Once you get that, you have to submit your PCR test to the airline. So you'll be approved to go and you will have a flight. Yay! So you will have a flight. And also, this is a sample of, this is one company for the car booking. This is a sample for a car booking. And the hotel. Alright. I'm sorry, I kind of forgot about the papers. And this is a sample of my negative PCR test result. Everything is online though. You can get this online. Alright? And this is a sample of my... Oh, I also asked for a certificate of employment just to prove that I'm actually working for the company. But I do have TRC and work permit with them. So yes, basically, there's 3 of us, so there's our names. And this is a sample of the commitment letter. And I have 2 insurance with AXA and BPI in my country. So AXA, they're international insurance company. So this one, I asked for them. So if you have insurance, you can ask for this kind of letter in your insurance company. So yeah, I'm sorry that I haven't really processed everything. So let's recap. Okay? So what do you first need? To sum it up, you need a sponsor company. And what do you need first? Of course, you need to apply for your approval letter, okay? In the People's Committee. So this is the approval letter in the People's Committee. This is a 3-page. 1, 2, 3. After that, you need to get a sponsor letter in the immigration department. And then saying about when you will arrive and until when. The next one is that, where is that? You need to get, you need to get this, the car booking and the hotel. The hotel booking. After that, you will get your CDC. Okay? CDC, of course, there's the hotel details, your flight details, all your quarantine details, okay? And where you will quarantine after. And then additional papers is that you can get, are asked for a certificate of employment to your company, okay? Of course, there's the details. A commitment letter and your insurance certificate, okay, about how much you are insured. Your PCR test, and of course your flight details. So there's that. I think that's it. And if you have questions, please don't bombard me. I try to answer as much as I can. And I showed you my documents, but I cannot directly send it to you because the details are private and all. But I hope that this helps you, and good luck. I wish to see you in Vietnam too. Alright, bye.